We're watching in real time the continued descent of one of the great operators of modern British politics. It's like the beginning of Paradise Lost. Lord Peter Mandelson, the self-styled Prince of Darkness himself, the architect of New Labour spin, has now fallen for a third time, and this time the collapse looks permanent. At the heart of the scandal are two things: friendship and disclosure. The friendship is with Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier, the convicted sex offender. The disclosure, or rather the lack of it, concerns two flights in 2003 worth $7,486, which Epstein funded for Mandelson when he was still a serving MP, and that matters. Rules at the time required the declaration of such benefits. Mandelson did not declare them. He now says he regrets the relationship for far longer than I should have done, but the damage is irreparable. The details are sordid. Leaked emails show Mandelson writing to Epstein in 2008 as Epstein was about to begin his prison sentence for soliciting prostitution from a minor. Your friends stay with you and love you. It's a sort of simpering loyalty that has brought him down, not just a moral lapse, but a political one, because Mandelson was, until last week, Britain's ambassador to Washington, a post that requires unimpeachable trust. The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, has sacked him, but only after defending him for a day in Parliament. That delay is being punished in the polls. Labour has sunk to its lowest level since taking office, tied with the Conservatives on 16% and miles behind Reform UK. Starmer is accused of hiding, of evasion, of appointing Mandelson without adequate vetting. Indeed, the Foreign Secretary, Yvette Cooper, has admitted that Mandelson was not security cleared before his appointment was announced. The fallout is immense. In Hull, Mandelson has been stripped of his honorary title of High Steward, a ceremonial role he inherited, ironically, from his grandfather Herbert Morrison. Councillors across parties said bluntly, if he cannot represent the country as ambassador, he cannot represent Hull either. Harriet Harman has gone further, arguing he should never be allowed back into the Lords, because he would damage the Lords' reputation. And here lies the constitutional nub. Life peerages cannot be casually withdrawn, something that Lord Frost doesn't seem to recognise. There is no modern mechanism for stripping a title. Only resignation or the extreme slap of Parliament can stop someone attending the House of Lords, but only a stripping can actually remove the peerage. Yet Mandelson's case is testing the limits of that rule. For the public, it is galling to see an unelected legislator appointed for life tarnishing the dignity of Parliament while remaining in theory entitled to sit again. Even Donald Trump has weighed in. Only in May, Trump praised Mandelson's beautiful accent in the Oval Office, yet when asked this week, he claimed not to know him. It's a classic Trump manoeuvre to distance himself from scandal. The irony is brutal. Two men, both haunted by questions of their past connections to Epstein, both denying and disowning. What are we left with is the spectacle of Mandelson's career ending as it began, in disgrace. Twice before as a minister he resigned, first over a secret loan, then over a passport row. Each time he reinvented himself, returning to cabinet or Brussels, or later to business, landing on his feet. But this time it feels final. The evasions, the omissions, and allegedly the lies have destroyed his credibility, and there's something Shakespearean to this. Mandelson, the master manipulator of reputation, has been undone by reputation itself. The man who made and unmade others, who helped Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, even Starmer, is now unmade by his own past. The question now is not whether Mandelson survives in office. He's been sacked. The question is whether he survives in honour. Calls are growing for him to renounce his peerage in disgrace. It would be the only way for a life peer to exit permanently from the House of Lords. The only way he could actually stop being a peer and go back to being Mr. Mandelson would be for the King to strip him of his peerage. That, I think, has only ever been done twice. And it has never been done for reasons of scandal of this type before. But perhaps this case, with its taint of Epstein's secrecy and dishonour, deserves that new precedent. Somebody who stands for our country and who effectively connived to get that position when he wasn't worthy should be excoriated. we need to make it clear that this man does not represent Britain. For in politics, service is not only about what you achieve in office, it's also about the manner in which you leave it. And Mandelson may have been the master of re-entry, but this time he ought to be the master of the art of exit, for his sake, for the sake of Parliament's reputation, for the sake of the country's reputation. Mandelson needs to go in a definitive way.